Hello and welcome back to my channel today. I think, gosh, do I want to say this out loud? I think so. I'm going to try to write as many words as I can in the next, 4 or 5 hours, something like that, so I can, get a lot of words written, because that's what I want to do. My goal was 100,000 words this month, but so far I'm only really keeping up with the 50,000 word goal, so unless I have some really good writing days like I did at the beginning of the month, I don't know if I'm gonna make it. Also, I'm obsessed with this sweater I have right now, and I've been washing it like every 2 days because I keep wearing it so often. But I do love the sweater very much. It's very comfortable and keeps me warm because it's very cold here. It's like barely 50 degrees, and that's cold to me. So this morning, I've spent my time working on. Oh my gosh, it's getting so big. There are 18 rounds on here now. Because I looked at the NaNoWriMo website to see how many words I was at, and it's 18,105. So, I have 18 rounds here, and on the next round, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it, but it's going to be gray on the next round. Like, we did 3 rounds of white, so now it's going to be gray. And we'll see how that goes, I guess. I don't know. These rounds are taking me longer and longer to do, because I did 2 rounds, because I had 16 before. So I did 2 rounds to get to 18, and I don't know how long it's gonna take me to make the next one, but having a great time. This thing is looking so great. It's nice to do like a round or 2 every day with it. I also, hold on a minute. Okay, so I'm back. I finished my hexagons. So this is the 3rd round of hexagons. I have, oh, there's so many. I have 16 of them here. Oh, that's just a hole in that one. I have 16 hexagons. Oh, weaving all these ends is going to be so much fun, and sewing them together is too. But I finished these hexagons, so now this entire skein of yarn is going to make 16 lighter brown hexagons that are going to go in here, and I'm so excited to do them. I'm probably actually going to start one here soon, because I forgot that I finished the other ones last night at I think I didn't go to bed until 1:30, because I was up until 12 finishing the last 2. And then I was reading a book and I fell asleep, so, but I did, and it took me right to the end of the yarn. Like, I've never cut it so close. Like, I'm looking at the yarn like, am I gonna have enough yarn for these, last however many double crochets I need to do? I did, just barely. You can see how, bent up this yarn is, because it was the very end of the ball. But I did finish those last night, so now I have my last 16 to make. The last 16 I need, and then I'll be able to start sewing them together, which is going to be a whole thing in itself, because I really don't like sewing things together. But I think the idea is going to be to just take the ends like this, and then take the, well, it's going to be this side, but take the little loops here and sew these loops to those loops, kind of like this, and then it should be able to come together like this, and then there'll just be a bunch of those. So that's the plan. We'll see if it ends up working out that way. I don't know, but that's what I was working on last night after I was done writing and uploaded the video. So now today I can start on the brown ones, and when I finish those, I'm hoping by because I finished those pretty quick. I only had 1 or 2 done before the month started, so it's taken me a week and a half for those, and I've really taken my time. I think these ones will probably only take me a week, because I'm really kind of starting to get into it. So I think this will go pretty good. Are these both 3.5? No, that one's smaller. So the other plan today, other than crocheting, is to write Celine's section with going into the abandoned asylum and kind of, you know, what she's seeing, hearing, feeling, all of those things. And then she goes into like a flashback or a vision of the past or whatever. And so I need to give that more detail. And obviously in here, I'll definitely be writing a lot more notes. I had something to happen with Xander yesterday to go to this section. That's the first time I've had to put a section on 2 pages, like, name it both times. So I have Celine's section to do, and then after that, I'm not really sure what's next, because a lot of Xander's sections either aren't written or they're very short, so I might work with those and make outlines for them, or just continue on with the sections I do have for Celine, because I do want to finish what is left of the, what's left of the, words in the manuscript, so then all I'm doing is working in the notebook, or the bullet journal notebook thing, whatever, and making outlines for other characters. But yeah, the first thing I want to do is finish this section with Celine, which at 1,700 words is what it says. So it's probably going to be, end up closer to 2,000 words. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll probably tell you guys how it went and think about what I want to do next after that. But I do want to get started here. So I'm going to write that, and then I'll tell you guys about it. Okay, so I did actually decide to change my shirt because it was kind of hot, but now it's cold again because it's been like 2 hours, I think. So, almost 3. So, I finished the section with Celine and it ended up being 1,853 words, which I didn't really add that much to it. I thought I would have added more, but the section originally was 1,751, so I had 102 words. But I did describe things just a little bit better, and I made the dialogue work a little bit better. I'm still going to have to fix it many times after this. This is not, you know, perfect by any means, but I do also have a lot of notes for her section as well. A lot of them are longer because there's only 4 of them, but they just barely made it to the end of the page. So the next page is going to be, what is this section with Xander? I don't even know what this is. Can I can't highlight that. No. Okay. So the next section with Xander is gonna be him just like thinking about what's going on with her, I think. I don't even know. Take these notes off here. So this part is, yeah, this part is, I'm so confused. No, that goes way too fast. No, this section needs to be way longer. I don't know if I'm going to make this section longer today or if I'm going to outline it more later and try to figure out what's going on with it. But it's Xander's perspective of Celine going through a flashback, like what he sees in the real world. So I'm going to write that next. And then I'll probably have to write this one while I'm cooking dinner because I do have to make dinner in just a little bit. But in the last 2 hours, I've written 1,800 words, which is more than I've written in quite a while. I think that's more than I wrote yesterday. Oh no, that's the same amount I wrote yesterday. So if I write more, I'll be ahead. So I'll write this section, and then I'll at least look at the next section with Celine, but I do know it's really long. This one's 1,600 words, so I don't know if I'm going to write it all today. I don't know. I'll at least write this section with Xander, for sure. And then I did get a hexagon done. They're down there, but I did finish a hexagon, and I added 2 more rows to the other granny square I'm making. And I think, oh my gosh, I'm going to hit 20,000 today too. Today is such a great day. I'm at 19,958. So with this section, I'll definitely make it to 20,000. Although I am starting a new page in my notebook because, as you can see, they don't last long because I'm writing all my notes in here for Nano. My weekly spreads aren't always going to look like this. It's just for NaNoWriMo because over here, hold on, let me look at this. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 4. Yeah, that's right. In my October spreads, I did the same thing, just not as nice. And so I just have each day going down in a list, and then I write down what I'm doing for whatever day. So it's going to look a lot more like that for December and my weeks going forward, unless it is a NaNoWriMo month, which they're in April, July, and November, I believe. So those will be the ones that I have, like, spreads that look like this, where I'm writing down all the notes I have for my characters. But other than that, my spreads aren't always going to look like this. They're going to be a little more just my planning for the week or the day. This, I'm only putting it in here too because I have a lot of pages left in here, so I thought I might as well just write it all in here, and then I'll type it up and use it in the draft 2 of this whenever I get to it. So I'm gonna write for another 15 minutes, start dinner, and then get my laptop out and do some writing and see how much I can get done in the next hour, and then we'll see what happens after that. But I did write 1,800 words, and I'm really happy about that because it only took me like 2 hours to do it. So I'm going to get back to writing and then make dinner, and I will let you guys know how this other section with Xander goes, because I don't know what I'm going to do to make it better, or if I'm just going to let it be for now and then continue on to Celine's section. I don't know. I'll have to see. But I'll let you know. Okay, so I made dinner, and I made cookies, and I cleaned up my kitchen and everything, and it went really well. I'm very proud of keeping my kitchen clean for the last few days, because that's been really hard for me, but I've been trying to do a lot better with it. I wrote the section with Xander, and it ended up being 344 words, but I think in the next iteration of this, it'll be a lot longer, because there's something else that's going to happen. So I think that one went well, and then the other section I'm working on now is with Celine, and it's 1,600 words, so I'll probably write it tomorrow, but I did make it to 20,000 words today, and I wrote over 2,000 words, so I'm pretty proud of that. I think tomorrow I'm going to try to write most of the day. I keep saying I want to do that, but I think tomorrow, like, for sure, because I don't really have that much else to do. This piece of hair keeps getting... There we go. Tomorrow I definitely want to spend most of the day writing, and I think I do want to work on at least one other section that hasn't been written yet, whether I finish the outline or not. I think I am going to start working through some of these earlier sections, because I'm almost at the end of what I have, and I might write a little bit on Celine's section later tonight. I'm not sure. Depends on how I feel, really, but tomorrow's plan is to finish her section, and then, honestly, I want to get through... I don't know if I can. Let me look at this real quick. So I have the section with Celine. And then, what's after that? So there's another one with Xander that's really short. Next one with Celine is really long. And then we get back to normal sections. And the other thing is, I need to figure out what's going on with the sections with Xander, because they're either really short or they're kind of non-existent. So I need to figure out what's going on with that. Yeah, a lot of these sections with Celine are really long, and then I think I run out of sections here pretty soon. Yeah, so I probably have like 10,000 words left in here to write. So if I really, really try tomorrow, I could get all of this finished, if not most of it. So I'm going to work on that, and then when I'm taking breaks from this, I'll work on outlines for other sections that don't exist yet, and have like 1-sentence outlines I made a while ago. And then we'll see where that leaves me, but I think I'm going to end the vlog here for today, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning for the next vlog. Bye!